So we got early client today. Just gonna get a quick meal in here. I'm actually gonna measure out about 200 grams of egg whites. Get 200 there, and then throw a scoop of commissary protein in. Chocolate, favorite of mine. Stuff's awesome. It's got a digestive enzyme complex in there, which is like super important for me. I have issues digesting some of these whey's that are out here. Been very unlucky with a few of them. So it's refreshing to get one that actually digests well. This shakes up. Got about 50-60 grams of protein here. And then I did 60 grams of my cream of rice. It's a staple in my diet, whether or not I'm off season or in season. And then a little banana. Always good to get some fruit in there and then revitalize the insides. So that's my meal. Gonna get a quick iron in here, and then we're off to the chiropractor. Crushing your meal? Last bite. It's the most depressing part of my day, probably. So I guess you could say I have a pretty good day if that's the most depressing part. We got Matt in the house doing some legs. 7 a.m. This is what I had open. I had a cancellation, so Matt popped in and took advantage of it. We're gonna make sure he gets a good leg workout, and then we'll touch base throughout the workout. So hope you guys enjoy. That's fucking hard. Come on, chest up, chest up. Good. Squeeze the hamstrings. Directive movement up. Squeeze. Good. Squeeze. Keep this tight here. Good. Come on. Excellent. Come on. Come on. Come on. Take it on. Let's go. Deep. Up. One more. Fill up. Good. Excellent. That's how you train legs right there. None of that pussy shit.
Just a wake-up call, huh?
Go. 1, 2, good, come on. 3, excellent, let's go. 4, good, sink it. 5, 6, 7, good, let's go. 8, 9, come on. 10, eat, come on. Fuck. Come on. 10 feet. Come on. Chest up. Come on. Step. How's your workout? Shit ain't a joke out here, man. Pat.
How far did you travel?
An hour to come train with Wakey.
7 in the morning?
7 in the morning, baby.
Where are we off to?
We are off to the city, going to my chiropractor appointment. Got a deep tissue, muscle work, some stretching stuff, and then I get a snap, crackle, pop by my chiropractic doctor. Looks like we gotta get gas real quick, but hopefully we don't hit too crazy traffic into the city, because I sure the fuck don't feel like sitting in it. This is the Willis Tower right here. Infamous Sears Tower. And it's an awesome city, man, Chicago. Love it. Happens to be where Eric's got his chiropractic service. So we're gonna head up to the 84th floor. It's a little maze getting up there, but it's cool. Alright, so we made it finally. Told you it was a little bit of a voyage. They're doing a lot of construction here, so it's a little couple obstacles that we had to go around. But normally I get my massage first. Today we're switching it up. I'm going to see Eric first, get adjusted, and then I'll go in for deep tissue massage. So this is part of my Friday every single day, even in season, off season. Got to stay healthy, and this is a big reason why I am.
Sorry for the backup.
What's up, guys? So I want to take a second, introduce a very important person to me. This is a client and friend, Eric Smith. This is his practice here, chiropractic practice up in the Willis Tower, like I was telling you about. Been coming here for what, 5 years now?
5 years, yeah.
Yeah, so basically what we do is we kind of itch each other's backs. You know, I take care of him on the prep side. He takes care of me on the rehabilitation sides, keeps me, you know, injury free. And if I do have an injury, he's always there to make sure it gets aligned and sets me up in the best recovery program that I need possible. So I highly recommend him and his chiropractic services. If you're ever in Chicago, I've sent a few or numerous athletes to him, all very happy with his services. He's a very knowledgeable guy, a competitor himself, so he understands the anatomy of the body, what needs to happen. You know, for example, when I need to hit a rear double bicep, why I'm having mobility issues and stuff like that. So really understands the ins and outs of the actual sport and industry. So he's not going in blindsided, just having a general chiropractic knowledge.
Hey guys, so I've been working with Mike for 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's been a great mutual beneficial relationship I'm helping with him at his mobility, but it's not just short-term stuff too. We're really looking at what his goals are throughout life of being a bodybuilder and understanding, like, we're going to do this now, but we want him to be movable and pliable and, you know, have a family and still be able to enjoy his life. So we work more on, and what I look at is what we're going to do in the short term to help with some of those things like he talked about with the double bicep or different posing. But we also want to look at your longevity, your health, your disc spaces, making sure, like, we've done some spinal decompression with him, doing different things like that to make sure that in the short, long, and medium term that we're getting to really what our bigger goals are. So by working here in the Willis Tower, yes, I see a lot of people here, but I do get people from most of the state, around Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan. People come in from out of state too, because working in the sport that we do, I understand what you're going through, not only through prep, but also the growth period, to make sure that you are getting toward your goals. And that's what I want to know is what do you want for your life goals as a competitor, not just to come in as pain. So definitely, if you'd like to see, you know, come in, you can call the office, let them know that you know Mike, or use Pitbull's name, and we'd love to have you in for a free consult.
Been wanting to do this. We've been trying to schedule this video for a minute.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't really understand it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Feet aren't too far off. Hip flexors are tight as hell, huh?
Yeah, dude, it's big time.
I can tell. So the way I can tell with that is just arch with his back, but when I try to do this and how his curves even more, it's just that hip flexor. Looks like your right one's a lot tighter than your left.
Yeah.
So
I try to stretch those before I go to sleep at night because they're always so tight. I do it in my bed. I was doing it last night, actually.
Yeah. Well, this man's been killing it with growing his legs and the rest of his body, so it's very common, obviously, to have some inflammation and some tightness happen. So now I'm just kind of checking to see what I've seen on him over the years, see if anything's changed. It's been a few weeks since I've seen Mike, just because we've had a crazy competition season going on with nationals and then USAs, and got tons of clients competing at higher and higher levels every year. So it's exciting, but it also keeps him, you know, out of the office sometimes, or me out of the office too, to be able to treat the way that we need to.
He placed top 5 at Master Nationals in Pittsburgh, about 2 weeks ago now, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
We had an awesome season, so very happy about his progress as a competitor. it's always very, very motivating to see him on a business aspect, because it's actually somebody that I look up to, from a business standpoint. He's always thinking the next move. He's never content or complacent. Even though he's extremely successful, he's always got something on the back burner of his mind. Not necessarily as a plan B, but just something as a driving force for continuous, revenue stream, and just benefiting himself by expanding his knowledge and becoming more, having a bigger arsenal, and being able to offer more to his clients.
I started my own business, or bought this business, and then just said, hey, I knew a client of his. I just need somebody to hold me accountable. He started me off as just general fitness stuff. I think we did check-ins like every 2 weeks. Couldn't wait for that day to do the check-in, to send the pictures, get my new diet so I could eat a pound of cookies that day, because I had 2 weeks to burn it off. Back to that mentality. And then after a while, when we got down to a certain amount, Mike said, hey, I think you could do physique competitions. And I had no idea what that was. I thought there was only bodybuilding. So then, fast forward 4 years, I think the first time though I went on stage at like 176 or 168 or something like that. And then now, and probably like 7 or 8% body fat was my first show. And now we just did Masters Nationals 4 years later, went on stage at 186 and probably like 3.5–4% body fat and dry, placing top 5. So it's a process, and that's something that, including the stuff that I do chiropractically, it's not just, you don't just need one treatment. You don't just go to the gym once and expect your body to change. It takes some time, and you have to invest in your health. If you're going to be investing so much in the gym and working and beating your body up and remodeling it, there's going to be times that you need a professional to step in to make sure all these joints and everything are moving. The idea of only coming in once is just kind of like getting an oil change with your vehicle and not getting anything else fixed or maintained along the way. The thing about your body is you only get one of them. So you can't really change it in. I mean, granted, now with the advance of medicine and such, you can get body parts switched out like knees and shoulders and things like that, but aesthetically it's probably not what you really want to be doing. So Mike's been smart enough to get his body worked on, and we work on ankles, knees, low backs, hips, pretty much every joint in the body. His shoulders, just because he's got some boulder shoulders, quite a bit of mass up there, keeping all that loose. That same gas is what causes pain. So when you release that, sometimes people pop their own back and such, and they feel better. It's just the gas being released off the nerve. What I do as a chiropractor is make sure that all the little joints are moving the way they should. So he's pretty locked up in here. Nice deep breath for me. Good, let it all the way out. Good. So with Mike, and a lot of people that work out quite a bit, they get really jammed up at this transition from the thoracics into their cervical. So go ahead and drop your arms to the side for me, please. Just relax. Good. Awesome. Go ahead and flip over onto your back. We're definitely going to have to do that neck deep. Good. Good. Lower part of the neck tripped me today. Good. So now I'm going to do something with Mike, because he's clearly been training his upper body and his traps. This is a type of decompression of the neck that's also going to get that lower part of his body, where we use a special strap. Go ahead and lift your head up for a second. Cool. Good. And so what I'm doing is just cradling his neck. Go ahead and let your head relax. Make sure that's in the right position. This usually feels pretty good on most people to get some pressure off their neck. Nice deep breath. Good. And relax. Deep breath. Good. That relax. And so this one we're going to do the little tug. So deep breath. Good. That relax. Clench your jaw. Good. Okay, let's get that middle part of your back. Tuck your chin to your chest for me. Let's get your lower back. Go ahead and lay and touch me on the shoulder. Cool. Awesome. Let's go to the other side. Twisted. Not too bad. Thought it'd be a lot worse with everything. Relax. There we go. All right, on your back one more time. Breathe out. Oh, perfect. See, that's one of the nice things about being a bodybuilder too. I can lift the bodybuilders. So, cool.
Oh man.
All right.
So obviously the bigger like humans, like they take more work, right? Like a regular person can't work on like.
Sort of. What you actually find is that people that move are a little bit easier.
Oh.
It's just certain times when he gets really, or any bodybuilder that gets really, really tight in a certain area, does help to have like the right leverage and understand the body better.
Sure.
But I find actually the obese and people that don't move around are harder for me. Absolutely. So similar with us lifting and things like that, it's the ability to understand the biomechanics of where there's going to be areas that he's working on that I know he's working on with his training that are really kind of congested. But yeah, normally when people move around and they're actually active are easier to adjust.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
So it works.
So I'm gonna walk in now to my deep tissue massage. Just got snapped up by Dr. Eric. So now I'm gonna get some relief with some muscle work, some joint mobility stuff. We'll catch back on the other side because you guys can't come in here and see me naked.
All right, so you just got adjusted.
Yeah, so we're just finishing up here. Awesome session. I feel super relieved. I had some tension going on like my upper back. I think maybe from a mixture of just sleeping in hotel beds and stuff like that when I was out in Vegas and everything. And then just from training too, you know, constantly condensing the muscle and stuff like that. So now we're gonna get in a quick meal. We're gonna do some turkey and rice, and then you know, I got my trusty right-hand man, Humulin. So I'll take 2 of these capsules with my meal. Like while it's warming up, I'll pop 2 in, and then that's gonna help me shuttle the carbs that I'm taking in. So scarf this down, and then we'll head. Gonna go run a couple errands. I think gonna figure out where we're gonna go in the car next, which makes sense, and then we'll check back and let you know where we're going. We're here. It's time to go cut off all this hair that I got. What's up, Bears? How are you?
Good, man.
What's up, man? How you been? Good, good.
How long you been coming here?
First been cutting my hair probably, I don't know, 2-3 years, something like that. Ever since I moved in the area. So when I was in the city, I had a barber out there. So when I came to the suburbs, it was actually pretty difficult to find somebody that didn't botch my super easy haircut. I mean, it's bald head, beard line up, whatever. I don't know. Somehow, some way, they decided that it was difficult. So ever since then, been coming here ever since. He does a good job always. It's clean. Now get a little lineup, little face scrub, and then we'll be on our way. Do I got something in my nose or no? This is for all my boogers. I don't pick them out. Alright, so Ferris is about to put a mask on right now. It's a scrub. Basically takes all the dead skin cells off and kind of exfoliates your face. I've been to about, I don't know, 50 different barbers in the Chicagoland area, and I promise you that none of them do this type of service. They don't even offer it. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, we're located, or this place is located off of Cicero and 109th?
10834.
10834, South Cicero. It's I think it's considered or what is this considered? Oak Lawn. Oak Lawn, Illinois. But anywhere in that area, if you're from this area, definitely worth a 10, 15, even 20-minute drive if you're in the surrounding areas. So top-notch service, and is always taking care of me. It's not marijuana, it's just cannabis. Alright, so we're back home, eating pre-workout meal, about to go get some shoulders and arms in, and then figure out what we're going to do after that. But that's pretty much my Friday routine. That's the way it goes for the most part. Now my favorite part of the day, get to train. So hopefully traffic's not too bad on the way to the gym through my basement.
Damn, far ass commute to the gym right now.
Yeah, man.
Fucking hate this shit.
Serious.
Forgot my membership card. Hopefully the manager's not a dick today.
Alright, so we just wrapped up shoulders and arms. I'm beat. Been on a bouncy ball day, but that was an excellent session. Getting our fuel up right now, rest up a little bit, probably take a shower, relax, play with the dogs a little bit, just enjoy life, chill out. So hope you guys enjoyed the day in the life. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. I like to hear both sides. And any suggestions, good or bad, I'm all ears. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and have a killer week.